looking thing. Enough of the steak posts. Enough of the steak posts. What are you, some sort of gambling addict? Am I a gambling addict? Yeah, I'm addicted to being signed to the biggest gambling company in the world, literally stacking up free rackets, watching my fucking right-hand man skirt off in a Ferrari F12. We decided to make it like more luxurious, warmer. This is our state gambling center right here. Now we have everything custom. Steak cards, steak chips. You guys want to play poker? We do it all. Now.
All right, y'all, let's get into it because things are heating up. We definitely had them mad yesterday, and honestly, I wasn't even sure if I was gonna go after the cupcake today. But after what I just saw, yeah, that was the bat signal. I had no choice but to jump in. You already know they're gonna be mad. They're always mad, but we're gonna talk about it anyway. So go ahead and hit that like button right now because this one's wild. And get this, after months of him suing everybody else, the tables have officially turned because now Drake's the one getting sued. Yup, you heard that right. The man who loves sending legal letters is finally on the receiving end of one himself. Now let's be real, the Drake stans are gonna lose their minds when we get into this. They always do, but at this point, it's just too obvious to ignore. Drake's downfall has officially become a cinematic event. I'm talking Tarantino, Scorsese, Christopher Nolan level storytelling. You couldn't script it better if you tried. Because here's where it all started. A few months back, around August, the rumors started flying that Drake and the team at Stake, you know, that shady online casino he's been promoting nonstop, were having a major falling out. So here's where things really start to fall apart. Because while Drake was trying to flex his partnership with Stake, word is he wasn't even able to pull money from his own balance. Yep, the champagne poppy himself couldn't cash out, and that's when everything started going downhill. Now, let's talk about Steak Eddie, basically the ringleader of this entire shady operation. And honestly, the way this crew moves makes the Legion of Lame look like professionals. These guys have turned being corny into a full-time job. Rumors started flying that Drake and the Steak bosses, especially Eddie and his inner circle, were beefing behind the scenes. They weren't on good terms at all. Things got so awkward that Drake even spoke about it to Aiden Ross, putting Aiden in the middle and forcing him to pick sides like it was some middle school drama. It was embarrassing, like truly pathetic, but here's the twist. After all that tension, Drake's 39th birthday rolled around, what some people online now call his cupcake season. And suddenly, after months of silence and distance from the company, Drake came crawling back. Out of nowhere, he started dropping these cringeworthy promo videos for Stake. The kind where he's smiling through his teeth, pretending everything's fine, trying to convince his fans to join in and gamble their money away. The whole thing felt off, desperate even. Especially right now when the NBA is cracking down on gambling links and shady sponsorships, it's a terrible look. For a global superstar like Drake to lean even harder into that, it says a lot. None of it good, but here's where it gets even crazier. Because right after those embarrassing Steak videos went live, something happened that flipped everything on its head. And here's where everything officially blows up. Because late last night, while I was chilling, I got a notification that completely flipped the script. Turns out Drake, Aiden Ross, and Stake are now facing a class action lawsuit filed in federal court in Missouri. Yeah, you heard that right. Federal court. The suit filed on October 27th accuses them of misleading fans and promoting illegal online gambling practices tied to Stake. And apparently, the way they did it broke several rules and regulations around advertising and financial disclosures. The lawsuit straight up claims that Drake and Aiden deceived viewers by pretending to gamble with their own money on live streams and videos, when in reality, they were using money provided by Stake to stage fake wins and reactions. Basically, they were selling fans a fantasy, making it look like anyone could hop on Stake, hit the same jackpots, and live that same flashy lifestyle. But the truth? It was all one big setup. Now, those impressionable fans who followed their lead, people who lost thousands believing the hype, are coming for them. This lawsuit is holding Drake and Aiden personally responsible for the losses their fans took, claiming they helped build a false world around a company that's been skating on thin ice for years. And honestly, when you step back and look at it all, it's pathetic. Two massive influencers using their fame to push something so shady, then acting shocked when the walls finally start closing in. This isn't just bad PR. This could be a career-altering moment for Drake, especially if the court finds him liable for fan losses. The truth is, things are looking bad. And what makes this entire situation even worse? It's that we now have proof, actual evidence, showing that Drake and Adin Ross were not using their own money on stake. That's right, the whole thing, every flashy bet, every fake loss, every look at me, I'm down bad moment was staged. The money came straight from stake, not from their personal accounts. It was one big illusion, meant to make fans think, oh wow, they're gambling with their own cash. Maybe I can do that too. Except it was all house money. And while OVO Twitter is out here trying to write legal essays to defend him, the facts are already out there. We've got Drake's own words on video confirming everything the lawsuit says. So get ready, because this next part is wild. In clips from the Legion of Lame's last group stream, you can literally hear Drake, Adin Ross, XQC, Party Next Door, and Stake Eddie talking about how Stake bankrolls the whole thing.
No, come on, Eddie, come on, yeah, right there. Yeah, no, come on, just added 500K to vault balance, please. Okay, I'm sweating. If you can see my pit stains, I am stressing. Yes. Okay, Drake, we're clear. Yeah, we're clear. We're good. Thank goodness.
We're clear.
Thank you, Eddie.
Clear.
Eddie, I owe you one. I actually owe you one. Oh my
wow,
God.
and my that win came through. Oh wow,
oh my God.
Wow, train. Good Lord.
We're clear. Thank goodness. Good. Eddie, I love you. Just know that I say this publicly and out loud. I love you. Good man. Thank you.
Good man. Good man.
I'm gonna bounce. I don't want to get in the way of this energy. The crew assembled here right now needs to stick together. I am not here to ruin the that synergy. I need you guys to lock in, get some wins. You need to get those clips viral, and just have a few of them with the Stake logo really clear and big. Yeah, just do what you do best.
Talking crazy like, oh yeah, like you guys and you're like fake. Yo, listen to me. When I tell you the amount of hours and the amount I've been through with these guys in this chat right here, ups and downs, real money, sending each other money, and doing this, doing that. These guys are, I put it on everything I love. These guys are out here giving you the purest that you can possibly get. So you could feel however you want to feel, and that's what I'm gonna say. And you could take it or leave it.
They admit that Eddie is the one pulling the strings, deciding who wins, who loses, and how much fake risk each of them should show on camera to keep fans hooked. And the worst part, Drake laughs about it. He talks like it's just a marketing trick, saying Stake Eddie makes him look like he's losing or sometimes winning too much, depending on what storyline they want to push that day. That right there, that's the kind of clip lawyers dream about. It's not speculation anymore. It's admission. Now, I don't know about you, but hearing Drake basically confirm that his entire gambling persona was a setup, that's infuriating. Fans lost real money chasing fake wins, and he's sitting there smirking like it's all a joke. But trust me, the court isn't gonna laugh at that. At this point, there's no defending this. No excuses, no, it's just marketing spin. The truth is right here in plain sight. For Drake, this entire gambling saga has been nothing more than a grift, a carefully packaged illusion that's been bleeding his own fans dry, and when you really stop and think about it, that's what makes it so disgusting. Because it's the fans, the people who bought the albums, streamed the songs, showed up to the shows, who've fallen straight into this trap. A trap designed to take their hard-earned money and feed it into a system rigged from the start. And Drake, along with Adin Ross and the rest of the OVO circle, have been the perfect puppets for it. The flashy faces selling a fantasy while Stake quietly pockets the profits. Every video, every stream, every post, it's all been carefully engineered to pull in a younger, impressionable audience. It's manipulative marketing disguised as entertainment. And let's not ignore the real issue here. The Stake's entire operation has been skating around laws and compliance rules for years. The way they've handled user data, international money flow, and age restrictions, completely out of bounds. So to finally see someone stepping up to see an actual class action lawsuit calling out these practices, it's not just overdue, it's justice. Because honestly, this isn't just about Drake and Adin anymore. This is about a pattern. Influencers, athletes, and public figures using their platforms to push high-risk gambling to kids and fans who trust them. And with the NBL, sports betting, and online gaming all being investigated right now, this story is only gonna get bigger and uglier from here. And let's be real, seeing Drake out here acting like some corny content creator wannabe, pouring more energy into these shady steak videos than his actual music, it's embarrassing. The same man who used to brag about being top 5 is now shilling casino links like a YouTuber with a mid-tier sponsorship. So yeah, it's not just the downfall of Drake the artist, it's the unraveling of Drake the brand. And for once, he's got no one to blame but himself. At this point, it's not even about the lawsuit anymore. It's about what Drake has become. Instead of focusing on the music, the art, or anything with real meaning, he's been chasing trends, chasing relevance, and now chasing casino money. It's honestly sad to watch. The man who once called himself the culture is now out here promoting digital slot machines to the same fans who grew up idolizing him. And really, it just shows where his priorities have been all along.
Fuck in the chat, like just talking crazy, like, oh yeah, you know, like you guys and you're like fake gambling. Yo, listen to me. When I tell you the amount of hours and the amount of shit that I've been through with these fucking guys in this chat right here, ups and downs, real money, fucking lending each other money, fucking doing this, doing that. These guys are, I put it on everything I love. These guys are out here giving you the purest fucking shit that you can possibly get. So you could feel however you want to feel. And that's what I'm gonna say, and you can take it or leave it, and that's just the fucking that's the breaks. Well, I've seen these guys fucking make more money than athletes and rappers combined, so fucking read them and weep.
We already knew Drake wasn't that deep, but this proves he's lost any connection to what hip-hop, artistry, or integrity ever stood for. It's poetic justice, in a way, no pun intended, because this is exactly the kind of pressure he brought on himself. He aligned with Fked, a company known for shady practices, and used his platform to promote something that preys on young, impressionable fans. And the wildest part, you can't even argue it wasn't intentional, because Drake has spent the last few years deliberately trying to appeal to that younger, trend-chasing audience, collaborating with Yate, Central C, Lil Yachty, and every rising name that gets clicks. He wants to stay relevant with the kids, but now that same audience is the one he's been pushing toward online gambling. Compare that to artists like Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole, artists whose fan bases grow with them, who focus on storytelling and evolution. Meanwhile, Drake's still clinging to whatever's trending that week, desperate to look hip, no matter how low he has to go. That's what makes this partnership with Fked so dangerous, because it wasn't about music, it wasn't about creativity. It was about money, manipulation, and ego. Drake used the trust his audience had in him to sell something toxic. And that's not just irresponsible, it's morally wrong. So yeah, this lawsuit might just be the start, but it's also a wake-up call. For the fans, for the industry, and for every influencer who thinks they can cash out on their followers without facing consequences. Because at the end of the day, the music fades, the fame fades, but the truth always catches up. When you look at the full picture, it's honestly wild how deep this goes, because this isn't just about Drake and Fked, it's also about Drake's pattern. Think back to his little lawsuit era when he tried to play the lawsuit Karen card during the Not Like Us drama. He wasn't filing those cases out of principle. He was doing it out of spite. It was all about making life miserable for Kendrick Lamar's team, for the label, for anyone who stood in his way. If you really break it down, those legal threats weren't about justice. They were about ego. He wanted to tie up Kendrick's people in court, waste their time, drain their energy, and stir chaos, all while pretending it was about protecting his image. And what happened? The case got dismissed. Just like that, no win, no validation, just another reminder that Drake's biggest enemy isn't the industry or the haters, it's himself. Drake spent years pushing the wrong things, glorifying the wrong people, chasing the wrong validation, and weaponizing his platform for pettiness instead of purpose. And now, those same tactics are circling back with consequences he can't just charm or tweet his way out of. From here, it's going to be fascinating to see how this all plays out. So as this lawsuit moves forward and as the walls start closing in, it's going to be very interesting to see how Drake and his circle react when they realize the one thing they can't control anymore is the narrative, because this time the story's writing itself. So yeah, with everything that's unfolding right now, we're gonna stay tapped in, because this story isn't slowing down anytime soon. And honestly, if history tells us anything, Drake and his crew are probably gonna handle this in the worst way possible.